Hi guys, good morning and welcome to Primus Learning. So I wanted to take a moment to introduce you guys to our DevOps course that is coming up. It's starting on the 12th of January 2023. Yay, the new year is starting. So that will be January 12th, 2023. As you must probably have heard, DevOps is one of the leading IT courses or the leading IT career paths that is really making a name out there. It's the topmost when it comes to hiring, when it comes to the industry looking for people, right? For people with good DevOps skill sets. And when it comes to the salaries, I know it may not always be about the salary, but DevOps engineering roles are really good. They may not call them DevOps engineering, just, yeah, it's a lot of details when we're defining DevOps, but normally a DevOps engineer earns from 130 upward. Most of our students this year who have had jobs have not had anything less than 130 going upward. So guys, this is a course that will change your life, trust me. And at Primus Learning, this is our course outline. We improve on it every session. So this session that's coming up, this is how the course outline would look, but definitely there are some other things that we're still looking at, like Maven, which we'll add and restructure this a little bit more. So some of the things that we'll see during this course will introduce you generally to information technology. So those who are worried that they don't have any idea about computers, about information technology, that they are not computer savvy, please come and be introduced to information technology. We'll take you from the basics right up to that point where you can have a job. So that's the very first thing we'll be doing. Then we'll introduce you to the AWS core services. After introducing, most of the organizations out there now operating in the cloud, they're working in the cloud space. Most of their servers, most of their containers, most of their applications are running in the cloud space. And so you have the opportunity to learn from cloud practitioners and cloud experts. I am certified in most of the AWS cloud certifications. I've been in the space for a while. I'm a hiring manager. By the way, I'm Primus Veku, didn't introduce myself. And I'm the founder of Primus Learning. And so you have the opportunity to learn from industry experts as far as AWS and other cloud platforms are concerned. So we'll introduce you to the core AWS services. Just so you get familiar with the environment you'll be working with, right? Because most of the services you use, or most of the clients you work with will be deploying their applications in the cloud, either AWS, Azure, or Google. And so you have the opportunity, to feel how that environment works. We'll introduce you to those core services, and then we'll kind of bring you back to the DevOps specific topics, right? We'll introduce you to DevOps. From there, we'll look at Linux administration, because DevOps has something to do with Linux administration. There are some commands. Most of the commands that you'll be using will be Linux-based commands. So it's most of the things you'll be doing. They're simple commands, yes, but we would have to look at Linux administration just to get you a little bit dirty with how Linux operating systems work, right? You need to understand how those systems work to be able to function effectively as a DevOps engineer. And then after that, we'll introduce you to Bash or shell scripting, which will, simply make your life easy when it comes to some of the things that you'll be running, right? There are certain things that you don't need to sit in front of a computer to have them run. You can schedule them to run at night. So that's what shell scripting is all about. And then there's the seed point here, which is Python programming and automation with Python. You don't need to be worried about this. Some people are already like, hey, this is a lot of programming. No, there isn't a lot of programming, but you need to understand Python and how it works. You need to understand the core components of Python, and be able to use it for automation. So don't be worried about it. You discover that this will be a really, really nice run for you. Then we'll look at version control, right? Version control is all about you being able to work as a team, but as individuals at the same time. So you work as a team building one application, but each of you are working as individuals in their local machines. Once you work in your local machine, you can use a version control environment to pull down the general code that was committed earlier, and then work on it and push it back up to a repository environment, something like GitHub. So Git is the technology that helps you to be able to version control your environment and then push the changes to GitHub, which is simply a repository. There are different repositories out there. Then there is Docker. We'll talk about Docker. You hear about containers and images, how applications can be packaged in smaller pieces, such that they can be deployed in any environment and they'll simply be deployed correctly. So we'll learn that, and then we'll touch on Ansible. This is more about being able to manage things like installations. For instance, if you have to install stuff in servers, in 100 servers, how do you do that? So being able to manage that correctly, Ansible will help you do that. Then you will see Jenkins, AWS with Jenkins. So Jenkins with regards to the AWS platform. Jenkins is just a tool that is used for automation. So you can build CI/CD pipelines. You'll be hearing these terms, guys. So don't freak out. Don't be worried about CI/CD. CI simply means continuous integration. CD simply means continuous deployment or deployment or delivery. You learn these terms as you go along. So Jenkins is that tool, that will help you be able to automate stuff, be able to, get code from where the developers will put it to make it, to automate it, to make it to work on its own, such that when a developer pushes code out there, it takes little or no time for the application to be deployed, because you've set up already a functioning system for it to work. And Jenkins is one of the tools that will be used for that. Then we'll learn Terraform. Terraform is one of the nicest infrastructure as code tools out there, which is cloud agnostic. When I talk of cloud agnostic, I mean it's not stuck with one cloud platform. For instance, you have CloudFormation in AWS. You can use CloudFormation only for AWS, but Terraform, you can use Terraform to deploy or to provision resources. You'll be hearing these terms, guys, to provision resources in AWS, to provision resources in Google, to provision resources in Azure and any other platform, right? So Terraform has a lot of things that have already been built together. It has providers, it has things that have been built, and you can really use that and deploy infrastructure and build servers and build infrastructure just with small, tiny little bits of scripts, right? That some which are already written, some that you have to write. You just define a simple resource, a simple block of code like that, and it will just create a whole lot of things for you. And you'll be wondering, hey, I don't know how this is done, but yeah, Terraform is that tool for you. We will introduce Terraform and then get you hands-on, get you really good. We have really, really good teachers who would help you get what you need to be able to do your work as a DevOps engineer. Then, of course, Kubernetes is a big thing for us. So deployments with Kubernetes will teach you what Kubernetes is all about. That's one of the neatest tools, if I can call it that way, that's in the market right now. You can actually be hired as a Kubernetes engineer, as an administrator in Kubernetes. So specifically, we'll also look at EKS. Yes, Elastic Kubernetes Service in AWS. So it will be in the context of AWS. You will learn how to run applications in Kubernetes, what Kubernetes is all about, kubectl. You learn, some nice little languages or commands about Kubernetes, how to use it and so on and so forth. This tool will be very neat for you. And then you will learn also about Argo CD, how Argo CD can help you deploy stuff in Kubernetes and so on and so forth. And how Argo CD as a CI/CD tool can help you become a better engineer or a better DevOps engineer. We'll also look at monitoring with Splunk and Datadog, right? So monitoring, once you've built applications, once applications are deployed, you want to make sure that you're observing the applications. You are looking at it. If something is going wrong here, you indicate, you alert people, you make people to, to be able to go in and fix whatever is not working. So there are some tools that help you to be able to do that. So Splunk is one of them. Datadog is another. So we'll choose and we'll make a choice and see what we'll use. It's probably going to be Splunk. There's CloudWatch, of course, in AWS. We'll introduce that one. We'll teach you how it works, and others that we'll look at in the context of this program. Then there is the 15th point here, which is interview preparations and resume building. So once we teach you, we are not letting you just go. No, we don't let you go. We actually prepare you for interviews. It's an intensive program that we introduce, prepare you, hold you through the process, show you exactly how interviews are done. I am a hiring manager, and I'll be teaching you exactly what I'm expecting of you when I ask you to tell me about you, what I'm expecting from you. When I ask you your experience, tell me about the things you're doing in your day-to-day life as a DevOps engineer, what I'm expecting you to tell me, right? Those are the things that we'll be telling you about. And then resume building will help you build your resume in the correct way and, help you be able to get to the jobs quickly. So we have a process in place. We have a team in place that's dedicated for interview preparations and resume building, that will walk you through that process, will get you comfortable. And then there is continuous support. So Primus Learning works together with a platform called MyPlug. MyPlug is a platform where we support those who are in IT already, who are working already. And if you have any challenges, you just need to ping us and we support you immediately. We have available engineers that can support you through anything that you're facing at your job. So hey, you guys there who have maybe issues, who are facing anything in anything IT, programming, it could be DevOps, it could be AWS solutions architecting, it could be data engineering, it could be data science, data analytics, it could be anything, guys. Reach out to my blog team at myblog.org, and will be readily available to help you. Or you can ping me. My number is 240-486-1313, 240-486-1313, or just leave us a message at contact@primuslearning.org, contact@primuslearning.org. If you're interested to get started this January with our DevOps course, please get in contact with me at contact@primuslearning.org or 240-486-1313, and I'll be readily willing to help you walk through the process. We'll get you a program like no other. This is a practical program. We are teaching you exactly what you'll be doing at your job. We're giving you the skill sets that you need to flourish at your job. Our trainees will tell you, those who are in the field already working will tell you, you'll be introduced to some of our groups. They will tell you what we're doing. And those who are making it big in industry, you hardly have somebody who is working in the office now. Most are remote jobs. You hear people having different jobs. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that now, but trust me, this is a career that you can build upon. And this is an amazing career. I'm enjoying it. Waiting to hear from you, waiting to get you enrolled as soon as possible. Save a space for yourself because the class is filling up really fast. It starts on the 12th of January. So thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.